What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Out, the podcast. Like the video, subscribe, leave your comments, follow us on our social media, Combat Corner, Fight Network. We appreciate y'all. Continue support of the channel. We were at BKFC 87 live this past Friday night at the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hard Rock Live. It was a lit event as always. Action-packed fight card, headlined by Kai Stewart and Nico Gaffi. Kai Stewart retains the Featherweight Championship of the world with a convincing win, in my opinion. I thought he won the final 4 rounds. Didn't think it was all that close, personally. He just looked closer because of the damage that Gaffi did to Kai Stewart's eye in the first round. That said, after the fight, there was a pretty significant back and forth in the ring between Kai Stewart, Bryan Gallo Duran, and Edgard, the Dream Killer, Plazaola. Now, I'm going to put that video up here so you can take a look. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you the actual results and when they announce the winner of the fight, and then we're going to move right into the actual back and forth between Kai Stewart, Duran, and Plazaola, and then we're going to give you our opinion on everything that popped off. So let's take a look. Boom, right here. Instead. Here you go.
Judges score the fight 49-46, 48-47, and 49-46 to the winner by way of unanimous decision. And still undefeated, undisputed BKFC World Featherweight Champion, King Kai Stewart!
Now, my first opinion is you look at his face, you think he lost the fight. I watched the fight. I was there. I thought he won the fight. I thought he won the last 4 rounds. That damage was done in round 1 and a nasty punch by Nico Gaffi, who throws heavy, heavy power. I don't even think Gaffi was surprised. I think he knows he lost the fight. You can look at his reaction. He didn't have any oh my God. He didn't even have a crazy reaction. He thought he lost the fight. Well, let's take a look at what was said.
A round of standing by, still undefeated, still world champion, King Kai Stewart. Go ahead and take that mouthpiece out here. Let's talk about this fight. He did a lot of damage to you. He landed some powerful shots, especially in round 1. But then you made the adjustments like King Kai does.
Yeah, man. Listen, most of the greats, you see them give that first round up. You know, I had to download information. Nico is
All right, I'll say this. Kai Stewart says that he loses the first round most of the time, and he has to download information. Get the fuck out of here. Kai, you ain't getting your eye punched in like that on purpose. Like, we let's stop the cap. We know you're not getting your eye punched in on purpose. I thought you won. I know how your fights look, but you don't ever want to get your eye busted up like that. Like, that's major damage that could have stopped the fight. We've seen cuts like that in the BKFC stop fights. That is a nasty cut right on the eyelid. He's very, very lucky the fight didn't get stopped, because I've seen fights in Florida get stopped off shit like this. So he's very, very lucky in that regard. But again, he won the fight.
tough son of a bitch. All 5'2" of him. But man, I run this shit. I am the king of bare knuckle fighting championship. I am the best bare knuckle fighter on this roster, and I'm going to continue to get better. I'm going to continue to grow, and I'm going to keep repping the most exciting sport in the world as the fucking king.
Well, King Kai, there's a couple of guys in this ring right now that have something different to say. They want a shot at the king. One guy wants a rematch.
So you got Gallo right here, Bryan Duran, and right here with the baseball cap, you got Plazaola. We'll let them talk.
One guy wants his first shot. We got Edgard Plazaola. We have Bryan Duran. We're going to talk to both. Give me your assessment of these two men as you're being surrounded by these Miami boys.
Man, Miami Muppet after Miami Muppet. Guys, Bryan Duran, incredible performance tonight. Edgard Plazaola, pretty good. But here's the fucking thing. Why do these guys keep mentioning my name instead of fighting each other? Listen, bitch. You guys figure out the division, and I'm going to go get whatever fucking belt I decide to do.
All right, Bryan Duran. What an incredible...
Here's the problem before we jump into this. Plazaola was supposed to be fighting Kai Stewart on this card. Plazaola is injured, or he got hurt in that fight against Gary Fox, which, gosh, was like, what, 7 months ago now? So this is a situation in which he should have been on this card fighting Kai Stewart. And that's one of the issues that happens when you miss an opportunity, or you don't take advantage of an opportunity when you're injured or when you have an injury of some kind. If you wait, well, then guess what? Other things can happen. We've seen it happen in the UFC so many times where a guy gets hurt, misses his window, and they move on past him. And Plazaola's a hell of a fighter. He had a war with Gary Fox back in September. But there's another side to this. You were supposed to be here today. You want other people to wait now for you to get another shot? He was promised what he was promised. He told me he was promised this fight. You got to look back at the reality. This is still a business. And who sells tickets?
Performance here tonight. Did you do enough to get that shot at King Kai? And if you do, are you going to beat this man here in Miami?
Y'all already know how I feel about this. But, hey, forget about what we want. Forget about me and Edgard want. What do the fans want? Y'all want the cash cow to get that bell in Miami? Because y'all know what y'all here for. Nobody sells this place out like me. I just serve everything. I bring the money over here. I figure shit out by myself. Gallo built himself and that Thurman. Those two guys, and Serge, 3 guys build this monster. So guess what? We bring the money. We are the money.
Make it both of you motherfuckers in the same night.
I'm here just to make one thing clear. Don't walk away from me, Kai Stewart. Why you don't want to hear me out? Because you know I'm the biggest trouble over here. It's time for you to face the best of the division. And you know that's me. No one else. No one else. Undefeated #1 contender. Stop running. Stop making excuses and face me.
You were supposed to be here tonight and you quit.
Please,
You
make
quit.
this fight happen. You know I'm gonna. You know I always show up to fight. What do you quit? You quit. I got hurt. I got hurt.
Oh, you got hurt. He got hurt.
Sorry, it froze up for a second. Yeah, he got hurt. And even Kai Stewart said, you were supposed to be here tonight. This was supposed to be your fight tonight. And sometimes when that happens, you get skipped now. It's a possibility. I would feel really bad for Plazaola if he got skipped. But we got to be honest. Bryan Duran says it himself at the beginning. Who cares what I want? Who cares what Plazaola wants? What do the fans want to see?
Hey, Miami, let me ask you, Hollywood, do you want Edgard Plazaola? Make some noise.
You want to face someone else instead of...
Hey, Hollywood, do you want Bryan Duran? Make some noise. Oh, baby, this is going to be a tough decision for David Feldman, but your champion is still King Kai Stewart.
I got to give you my perspective now on this. All right. Like I said, I know both these guys. Both the guys have been on my show. They're great to the program. I appreciate both of them. I think they're both great fighters. I think in a perfect world, what I would do if I were Dave Feldman, I am not Dave Feldman. I am not the BKFC. But what I would do is I'd have Bryan Duran fight Edgard Plazaola. And that might seem completely unfair to Plazaola. He may say, that's some bullshit. You promised me this fight, XYZ. He may say all of that. The problem that exists is that you missed your window. You missed your window. And a fight that everybody wants to see in the crowd in South Florida, Bryan Duran, El Gallo, sells tickets. He sells tickets. I mean, when I say he sells tickets, he sells tickets. And the goal of the BKFC is to move this thing into Marlins Park, Lone Depot Stadium where the Marlins play. I think it's called Lone Depot. I know that's what's been teased, that they want to move into a place that sees 37,000 people, and that is Lone Depot. You got to be honest with yourself. And even for the sake of Plazaola, I think that he knows in his mind that if they go the direction of money, which is what this is at the end of the day, it's a business. It is a business. That's why it was so important for him to be available to fight in this particular card. Like, he got hurt in September. I don't know what his injury has been since. I knew he had a knee thing in September. We are in March. I would just say this, as a professional athlete, you get only so many opportunities. And I think he might have missed his, at least for now. Because if you ask me who I'm putting together in this fight, I'm going to be real. If you're not going to put together a Gallo Plazaola fight in June and then have the winner fight Kai Stewart later this year, then you also risk, of course, injuries happening again in that particular fight. But if you don't do it that way, then there's really only one fight to make, and it's Kai Stewart, Bryan Duran. Again, it's the only fight to make. You make the fight that makes the most bread. You make the fight that allows you to sell 37,000 fucking seats. And that is a Bryan Duran fight. In Miami, Kai Stewart will have to come back down here, defend his belt again in South Florida. He's done it before twice. He loves fighting down here. He's from Montana. It's cold as shit up there. He likes coming down here. And look, I think Plazaola is a very dangerous fight for Kai Stewart. I think they're both very dangerous fights. I think Kai Stewart's a favorite in both of these fights. I think he still has major advantages in areas of cardio and his ability to wrestle and grapple and make it dirty. But man, if you're making a fight and you're making it based on what the fans seemingly want, they asked, Cyrus asked the question of the crowd. It's a pro Gallo crowd. Mind you, Plazaola lives down here. They're under the same, they're both sponsored by El Toro Loco Jurascaria. They're both sponsored by that. So, and the guy with the slick back hair is the guy that owns El Toro Loco. So it's like, he's in a pickle probably but Plazaola's on his team. He's like his manager. He's his manager as well. Duran is not managed by El Toro Loco. He's managed by First Round Management, Malky Kawa and Abe Kawa. So you got to ask yourself, what's the fight that you want to see? Bryan Duran's fights typically end in spectacular fashion. They're action-packed. Whereas Plazaola's best opponent, and this is me being completely unbiased. His best opponent is Gary Fox. And as much as I love Gary Fox is not the level of fighter that El Gallo has fought. He is not. I mean, El Gallo's gone up in weight to 55. He's fought Kai Stewart before. You just have to be real about certain things. Like Bryan Duran being ranked 5th in the division is ridiculous. He's not the 5th ranked fighter. They both beat Louis Lopez. Alec Castro's not that great. He beat Dodson. He beat some decent guys, but his best opponent was Gary Fox, and he bludgeoned Gary Fox. However, you got a guy in El Gallo who fills the building, who has had sensational knockouts. I mean, if you look at his career, he's only had one fight go to the cards, besides the Kai Stewart fight, and that was against Peralta at 155. That was a split draw, a majority draw. If you ask me today who I'm making this fight for, if I can't make the Gallo Plazaola fight in June, I'm making it Gallo versus Kai Stewart versus Gallo 2. That's where I stand. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Some people might get upset about that opinion, but I look at this from a business perspective. You have to maximize dollars while you can. Gallo has gotten hurt before. His shoulders popped out before. You don't want to have his shoulder pop out again. He's had surgery. You're hoping it's healed, but you never know with those types of situations. If it could happen again, you damn sure don't want to have it happening and then lose the opportunity for that fight to happen again. Because that fight's got to happen again. It's got to happen again. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And look, hey, here's the thing. If Kai Stewart wins again, then there's no question. The next fight is Plazaola. However, then you have the other problem. If Gallo wins, then the next fight is a rematch with Kai Stewart. No questions about it either. So that's the problem that Plazaola is living in, is that if he doesn't get this fight, he could be waiting 2 or 3 more fights before. And is he going to sit out for that extended period of time? He may get fed up with the BKFC and not like it, and maybe he goes somewhere else. I don't know. I don't think he will. But you have to really find a way that when you have an opportunity, I don't know what his injury was, and you don't want to fight Kai Stewart with an injury. You don't. He's just that. He's so damn good, even when you're healthy. But that's where I'd be leaning. I'd be leaning for Kai Stewart and Bryan Duran too, if you can't make this Duran Plazaola fight first. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know we ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. I've been down from the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on